Alrighty, back again. So today I'm going to be looking at this trade, this long that I took yesterday on Tuesday. I actually took this trade and I got like about 100 pips, maybe 90 something pips out of it. So let's watch it. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is ES. On this left side is ES, and I'm going to show you what my analysis is showing me right here. So from here to here, that's an impulsive price swing right here. So range low, range high, and this is discount. Where we at right here is in discount. This down candle right here before this expansion up is a bullish order block. If you take a fib from here to up here, you can see equilibrium right here, and below 50% is discount. Also, we're inside of a bullish order block, right? Other confluences that I have why I was anticipating a reversal to form here, right, was the fact that we had SMT with MNQ. So if I double click this, you'll see MNQ chart, and you can see here, which is June 26, which is the low of the previous month, because we're in August now. This is the low of the previous month. Compare the low of on ES with NQ around the same area right here. If you look, you'll see that ES right here has not ran that low over here. It has not ran it yet, but NQ already ran it. So that's another confluence that I have, and we're in deep discount. So I'll be looking at this on a lower time frame and at specific times, maybe like around 9:45, to see if price would be sensitive to this discount PD array. All right, so that's my analysis. So if I double click here on a daily, right, I have this drawn out. I have midpoint, which is this black line right here, which is this right here, and we're going down into 9:45. And like I said before, monthly low right here for NQ. Double click, and this is the monthly low for NQ. Monthly low for ES, previous month low right here, already ran on NQ. We already ran the previous month's low. See the previous month's low up here for NQ? This is that right here. So now we're going to study what price does at 9:45. So play price, open, low, good, and a high. So that's good. So at 9:45, price opened here, right? That is a good sign. Open. And price opened here also. Open. Right? So you have 9:45 open, low, create a low, swing low, then a displacement happened that passed this order block here on the 1 minute. Not only that, it displaced through this also on NQ. So I'm looking for a market structure shift, change in state of delivery, 1 minute order block, 1 minute inversion fair value gap, 1 minute inversion fair value gap. One minute inversion fair value gap on NQ. Okay, now in order for CSD, right, to really get a high probability setup down here, there's a rules that I follow. I would want to see a high probability would be displacement above this inversion fair value gap. Why? Because this is a SIBI. So this PD array should keep price down. But since price broke through it, that's the first clear indication that we may be changing direction to go back up. And what would be the target if I'm going back up? Double click here. My target would be these clean highs up here, right? This is the high of the cycle from 830 so far all the way to over here, 945. Clean highs have been made, right? But I'm looking at the cycle from 8:30 to 10. We're still within the 8:30 to 10 a.m. range. So we're gonna play price out until we get a clean or better looking CSD between both of these markets right here. Maybe a break of this breaker right here. Low, high, lower low, and maybe we want a breaker right here. So we could drop this time frame over here to a 15 minute and watch it on a 15 minute. And I took this trade live. I'm gonna keep saying that because I'm only doing replay on trades that I took live. Okay. All right, so 945, play price out. You want to see price come back down into this area right here and expand above. Probably a breaker, giving us a breaker. Play. High. Back down into it, closed above this area right here. So this is a breaker. Right, so if you look right here, you can see from this low to this high, right? This low to this high, and we have a breaker in between here. Green candle, low, high, lower low, right? It did not close above this breaker yet. Even though it wicked through it, it didn't close, but it closed here above the body of the breaker, and now it's down into this area right here, right? So potentially I can take a trade right here and put my stop down here, right? But what time is it? 9:45, open, low, high, right? So I could put a order on right here, buy, and put my sell stop right here, because we already formed a SMT like I showed you already on the daily chart, and I'll put my take profit all the way back up here, right at the highs up here, right? Alright. And down here we have high, low, higher high, and this entire range, well, we closed through this range, so this is showing you that price wants to come down further. So yeah, we closed back through this, and we didn't close through here though. So price could possibly still manipulate a little bit lower. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to enter yet, right? Because I know it's going to consolidate because I saw price action, but I'm studying to see how I could avoid that. Anyway, play price. Okay, so now we're seeing price close on NQ below this. So to take a trade going up now below this wouldn't be right to put on a trade, because watch, price closed below this. So let's wait and see what's happening. Right? Play. Okay. Now 10 a.m. open, right? Now look, 10 a.m. open. Right, 10 a.m. open. We also just swept liquidity right here on NQ, right here. We did not take out this low right here, so that's looking like a SMT, right? And we came back above this inversion fair value gap, so I could put an entry right here. This would be a much better entry. Why? Because we closed above these imbalances. We also closed above this too, so I could put an entry right around here, buy, put my sell stop down here, put my TP all the way up here at the equal highs. All right. So 10 a.m. opens and now it's going high. So play price. Engineering liquidity across here. Stop. Oh, we didn't buy. I put my sell stop down here. Put my TP all the way up here. Right. Study this, right? But what is price not going? Always ask between this and this. This is an impulsive price swing going up, right? And this is at the origin of that impulsive price swing. So I could actually be looking at this for ES and studying it to see. Play price. And here now we swept lows again down here, so we're going to be looking for another CSD across here. Play. Okay, here we have an open, And now price, did price do anything different here? We're going to monitor this level right here. All right. Monitor this level right here and monitor this level right here on ES to see if price is going to get above that. Price already is above this. And I could show you this on a 3-minute chart, which could be a little bit better. Much cleaner on a 3-minute chart. Alright. And you got engineered liquidity across here, and price is coming back down, tapping into here. Let's play price. Tapped in it again. Tapped in it again. And that's the displacement above this level right here. Price closed above this level right here. So I could put an order in. Anything above this line right here, I could place another order. Because right here we have a change in state of delivery right here. And we also have a breaker too. So we have an inversion fair value gap right here and a small breaker right here. But we want to get above this level right here too. This inversion right here. That inversion would be good to get above. Alright, so play price above it, back down into it, and we could put one probably here, buy, another buy it, put the sell stop down here, put TP right here. Because price have expanded above this, play it out. Tap this in, open, stop. So here we have a change in state of delivery. We got SMT across here. If you look closely, you'll see the SMT. Right, look at this low, look at this low. If we drag this out to here, you see SMT forming right there. Drag this to here, SMT forming right here. All right, and price now is coming back down into this consolidation area right here. And not only that, it's engineering liquidity across here. Right? And it takes that liquidity right there. So at 10:30 we open, created a low right here, and here we came up like this. So now we're in this area right here, and we just took out liquidity right here. So we took liquidity right there. There's an order block right here. Right, we could put another order in right here, buy, or even from right here above this SMT. All right, put an order in right here. Put the sell stop right here. at the SMT, but we're not going to do that. We're going to put it down here. TP up. Hindsight is 2020, but I took this trade live, so I'm just experimenting now. That's how you build skills. And then you got SMT at 10:30, open, low, play price out. Tap this in. Engineering liquidity above here, right across here now. Engineered liquidity right across here. Alright, and as you can see, you got tapped in right here. Engineered liquidity across here. And we got SMT right here. So we don't anticipate price to be coming back down on us. All right. And price is going upwards now. So let's study this. So you had the big swing, price consolidated within that range low to high, right? But we were looking for, after the SMT, a change in state of delivery, which we got right here and right here, change in state of delivery. And above this breaker right here, we got price coming back down into that breaker right there. We can even look at this up move, drag that across right here. We could look at this, we could look at this up move within this resistance. So price was in a resistance right here. This is another thing that gives good support areas. When you see a resistance area between here, resistance, then break resistance, back down into it to go up further to target the drawn liquidity, which is at. And look at the time. Look at the time. This is very important. The time from 8:30 to 10 a.m. Look, if we look at the 1 minute option, 8:30 to 10, right? This was the low at around 9:45. 10 a.m. was right here. Now look at NQ. (8:30 to 10:14). 10 a.m. lows are taken right here. See that? This is 10 a.m. right here. This low was taken right here. 10 a.m. no lows taken. So you see, we made lower lows after 10 on MNQ. On MNQ, but higher lows on MES. Right? Perfect. Right? This imbalance, these, you could draw all this across, study them. Play price. Above. Take this, even this whole range, this entire range, and bring it across and study it. See price engineering liquidity across the highs here. We're going to pause price right here. All right, and we got a target right here. So what is happening? Let's see where price is at on MNQ. Take that inversion fair value gap right here. And we want to see if price is closing above it. Yes, price is closing. There's bodies closing above that. So price could potentially keep going up. Where could price be targeting? Let's go back here. This gap right here was the new week opening gap low and a new week opening gap high, right? And like ICT says, we grade that. So there's a lot of lines here, but this is the N dog right here, and this is the N wog. N wog, new week opening gap low, new week opening gap high. Double click on this, make it bold. Let's increase the letters to 20. Increase this one to 20. Make it bold. And walk high, right? And find the midpoint of that. It's right here, right? So we can put this right here to the midpoint if we wanted to, or we can just take some profit. Once we reach here, we'll take profit. We could also take a piece off the chart right here. We could take one off right here. Partial close, one contract, one. Take some profit. So we take one off right there. Put the two up here. We're gonna put it right here. Right? Confirm. And then play price out. Pause. I want you to see the chart. I'm going to put you up here. Confirm. And play price. Okay, so price just broke where we were anticipating the profit target. These equal highs. So when that happens right here, take one more off. Partial, one. Partially close, one. All right, we could bring this to break even, or even lock in some profit right here. Confirm. All right, or let's see, I'm gonna leave it at the SMT low right here. Confirm. And now this is where you study what is happening on this side, right? So let's look at it. From this up move right here, study this up move right here. Cross from the 1 hour, from down here all the way to up here, and bring that across like that. Right? Play price. Having 30. And that's it. Price took profit right there. Just watch it play out. And this is NWAG high, midpoint. So we're in deep premium of this gap. And now you can see price now turning. Let's study price, see how much it could go. And that's basically a trade. That's basically a buy trade for the day. And that's the market maker buy model right there played out. And I'm going to show you how I took my trades, but it's basically, this is where I was really focused on, within this area right here. This is where I really want to work. I want to lock in on. And I feel I could make this much more easier for myself if while I'm looking at these lower time frame 1 minute charts, make sure that I'm paying attention to a chart like a 3 minute chart like this, because this created a much more easier read than all of this noise that happened here, because you can clearly see a down candle, right? Expansion up. Now the range is from here to here. You want to buy in discount, so this down here, right? And even if I take the entire range of this right here, I'm gonna remove some of this noise right here. If I take the range from the open to the low, this is my level I could have entered on right here. Could have entered right here. Buy. Put a sell stop right here, and that would have been a $28 stop loss, which is not bad. And then target higher. TP. And target that right there. You know, this made a much more easier read, right? And another thing that I want to look at too is this. Waiting for this time right here, 10:15, and waiting for this market structure shift. So from 10:15 right here, once this shifts right here, this is right here. So I'm gonna double this up right here and look at it from here. Option. Okay. 10:15 right here. Once there's a gap right here. All right, there's no gap in between here. So once this shifts, comes back down into it, and then overruns this. So this right here would have been the change in state of delivery right here. Once they close above here, low risk buy would be anywhere within here, and put the stop. Would I put the stop at the 10:15 low? Now I put the stop at the SMT low right here. You can see that there's another SMT forming right in here. So I could put the stop right here because there's a SMT forming right here and right here. How about that? That's a SMT, right? And that's a SMT. So once this crosses right here, all the buys right here. You go buy and you put sell stop right here. 60 pip sell stop right there. Right, that's on a 3 minute. You know, but you don't get to see all of that back and forth. But the fact is, I got to start looking at these ranges and CSD with FVGs. and the fact that we were in deep discount. That's why I took that trade up. Alright, peace, yo, that's it. And I'm gonna run the actual trade that I took, and where I got out. So like I said before, only doing replays on trade that I actually take. Alright, peace. Keep it locked.